Well, that's a PlayStation 1 right there. And what are we playing on the PlayStation 1? Well, we're going to be trying out, for an hour, some survival horror. Some obscure, maybe more obscure survival horror than what you may be aware of. We're going to be trying out Martian Gothic Unification. Let's watch a cinematic opening.
I could be bounded in a nutshell and count myself a king of infinite space, were it not that I have bad dreams. 4 centuries have passed since those words were written. We have begun to penetrate infinite space, bounded in our little nutshell spacecraft. But we still have our bad dreams. I can sense them, coming across the midnight of space, and read the cryptic circuitry of their ship, decipher all the codes of fear in the hearts of its crew of 3. I wish I could tell them that all will be well, that the future, after all, is not so terrible. But that is not in my nature. They're very near now, the 3 in the ship. I know each name, each individual pain. Khan, Matlock, Kenzo. 3 are coming. Only 2 will leave. The bad dreams will always be with us. And now and again, dreams come true.
All right, let's start getting gothic. As you saw, this game takes place in the far-off future year of 2019. We have 3 protagonists who are on Mars. Let me just take a look at something here. Go to display. Hey, subtitles in the PS1 game. It's advanced. Screen position. Yeah, for some reason, it's a little off to the side. Let's adjust that. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, controls. Here you go. Action, shoot, run, kick. Cancel, shoot down. Combat mode. Change character, which apparently we can do at any time. Audio is audioing. Let's start a new game.
This is Kenzo Uji. Enigma mission log 9:12 a.m. June 17th, 2019. I've just crash-landed Zeus 19 within 2 kilometers of Vita Base. The base directional beacon was out of operation, and there was a demon of a dust storm raging. A fire broke out on landing, forcing Matlock, Karn, and myself into emergency evacuation.
Diane Matlock, Earth Control Bacteriological Division, 9:12 a.m., June 17th, 2019. Beginning investigation of continuous radio silence from Mars Vita Base. I attempted to enter airlock 2, but the door was jammed from the inside. My air supply almost ran out before I made it into airlock 3. No sign of a reception committee. No sign of anyone. We obeyed the secondary directive by coming in through separate airlocks. Stay alone, stay alive. That's what we were told, and that's what we've done. Investigating further.
Enigma mission log. Martin Khan, Earth Control Security Division, 9:12 a.m., June 17, 2019. Prime mission directive to investigate cause of continuous communication silence from Vita Base. I'm now inside Vita Base. It's still silent. The mission ended almost before it began. Kenzo had to pilot the ship in by the seat of his pants. While the dust storm didn't help, we crash-landed close to the base. I think Kenzo made it all right into airlock 2, but I don't know about Matlock. Haven't heard from either of them since we entered separate airlocks. In the middle of all the panic, we didn't forget the secondary directive. Stay alone, Stay alive. Whatever the hell that means. I checked the airlock's EVA suit hatches. Plenty of suits. No air tanks. No way out. End report.
And from there, the game begins. How cinematic. All right, so they crashed on Mars. They have a mysterious directive, which is stay alone, stay alive. So that's why they separated. They don't know why they're doing that. All right, so we got pre-rendered backgrounds. Okay, we can run. I think we can, yes, we can interact with things. We can open the helmet or examine the EVA suit.
There's more to that than meets the visor.
What? Examine EVA suit?
EVA suit. Tank's empty.
That's something if every observation is going to be voice acted. Let's open the helmet. All right. I think this is our inventory. Helmet. Take radio. All right. We can look at our inventory. We can examine the what?
Tells more than the time.
Mm-hmm. What else does it tell? Well, it's not going to tell us.
This thing tells more than the time.
What about the letter?
That's a personal letter.
You can't read that letter, player. That's from me, not for you. I don't know why he wouldn't read his own personal letter. Here's a wrapper.
Wrapper from an old-maid country cottage candy bar. I could lick off what's left, but I'm not that kind of guy.
You absolutely are that kind of guy. You kept the wrapper with you. Silver bullet.
My lucky silver bullet.
I carry this silver bullet
Any Martian werewolves around?
everywhere I go. We can use or examine the radio.
Radio for on-planet communication only.
Well, do the other two have a radio?
Con in airlock and decontam 1 area. Can anyone hear me?
Hi there. Hope Kenzo's alright. Kenzo, how's Trix?
I'm okay.
Okay, now let's find out why Vita Base has been silent for 10 months. Be ready for anything. Matlock, Kenzo, let's get moving, people.
Yes, boss.
All right, everyone sounds like they're doing fine.
Heading into base.
All right, so no one's heard anything from this base for 10 months. We got to find out why. We can look at this. Doesn't look like there's anything in the locker. Oh, but we can look at the map. What about the map? Here we go. Looks like all the corridors in the station, named after famous locations, famous streets. Does it say where we are? I don't know if I'm seeing a "you are here" anywhere. Well, I don't know if it really matters. Anything else in here we can look at?
Personally, I like to breathe oxygen.
All right, let's try heading out. Use control panel.
Decontamination sequence completed.
I feel more contaminated now than I did before. So much for the decontam.
Well, we've killed off any bacteria that might have been on us, any of that Martian bacteria.
Malfunction. Computer override required.
Uh-oh.
Hey, the decontam door is malfunctioning. Can't get into the goddamn base.
The decontam doors should have a general bypass on the computer. I'll try and get you out.
Okay, so I think what we're doing now is we're going to change characters. It was he who said that. So maybe he can open up that door. All right, this is where he starts off. Let's look at this.
I talked to the others on the way here. The air is almost gone.
Nothing in the helmet. Well, let's take a look at his items. What about the watch?
Retro digital watch and health monitoring device. Standard Earth control issue. It wasn't as fresh as it looked.
Oh, I guess I used it. Should have examined it. Well, oh well. Let's examine this photo. Kenzo.
I'm a long way from Tokyo.
Guess just a photo of home.
Tips for video games. Totally useless.
I have no idea why I brought this with me.
Reliable radio, but limited range.
Nothing in the locker. Nothing in this locker. I feel like I have to hit the button multiple times to actually use anything. It's kind of weird. Like, I get the message that says use control panel, then I hit the button like 3 times.
Decontamination sequence completed.
There was something wrong about that decontamination. Something very wrong.
That's 2 out of 3 who don't like the feeling of this decontamination. Alright, well, we were able to get out. This guy was, anyway.
Is anyone around? Anyone alive? Or dead? If you're dead, don't answer.
That's a good point. I wouldn't want the dead to answer. Use door with ...
Rainbow tag required.
Alright, well, we don't have that. We're just gonna have to keep that in mind. Oh, well, that's probably not good.
If anyone here was alive, would they have left the corpse lying in a corridor?
Well, it seems like we're taking this in stride. Oh, look at that. Would anyone really just leave this corpse laying around like this? No? He didn't say anything, he just kind of shrugged. I guess we're not going to examine the dead body.
Green tag required.
Is there something else on the floor? No, I guess not.
It says Felici on his name badge.
Oh, we can search him, though. He has a microcorder. And he has an orange tag. Let's examine.
Standard issue microcorder. Probably for personal use only.
Well, let's use it.
Antonio Felici, base director, day log, August 8, 2018. 11:56 p.m. I was walking down Broadway when I first heard them coming. There's a dead man hovering in front of me. I just walking by. I can still hear gunfire. Earth Control should never have shipped those weapons in. If anyone gets to hear this, tell Allenby I resigned. I handed the master key over to Judith. The crew trust her more than me. They think I'm in Allenby's pocket. Well, I guess I used to be. Yuri broadcast a message a few moments before system closed down. He said, stay alone, stay alive. Sure, but stay alive how long? An hour at most? The end will come soon. Main bulkheads are sealed, shuttle bay area obstructed. No way out. I'm heading back to my own room. Lock myself in. Sooner or later they'll come for me, and that'll be the finish. If anyone hears this, tell my wife I kept the faith. She'll know what that means. Some things are personal.
All right. Well, it sounds like that the people who were dying in this station also said the stay alone, stay alive line. Need a yellow tag. Yeah, we do have an orange one, though, if we can find an orange door. Got a health boost? Sure, we'll take it. Hearing something in the distance. You know, I'm kind of getting an idea of why early Resident Evil games would have like little sparklies, like a little sparkly effect on something you could look at, as opposed to this where, you know, you could say what it is I could look at. Like you got to get close to it to get that magnifying glass icon to appear.
Looks like the lock mechanism has been heat fused.
All right, I guess we're not opening that. Don't want to search this one. That's an ominously positioned dead body. Got a key med.
A key.
Whoops. Interrupted the voice acting. Some of these dead bodies he just doesn't want to search. It's like, I'll search some dead bodies, but not all of them. Some of them, just not going to get my hands dirty. Okay, let's try a door before we go out in there.
Green tag required.
We do not have the green tag.
The bulkhead's sealed. If one's sealed, they'll all be sealed. The only way to raise them is through the main computer. Corridor after corridor, not a living soul. Shadows and echoes. This is a haunted house on Mars.
Are you just going to say it out loud? Like, we haven't seen any ghosts or monsters yet. Seems like you're just asking for it now.
The bulkhead's sealed. If one's sealed, they'll all be sealed. The only way to raise them is through the main computer.
Green tag required.
Let's see something. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was only we only have key med and we have orange tag. We do not have any other keys or tags. No, that's not anything there. We do hear some sounds somewhere in the background. But that could be anything. Try this one. Oh, music. Hey.
Well, call me a techno-zen hippie, and I've
What?
called that before. But there's a dead man hovering in front of me in the Boulevard Saint-Michel. I can hear him speak, in my mind. So, we've got reanimation, telepathy, and levitation. Now I call that downright supernatural. An alien haunting.
Are you on something, Kenzo?
Kenzo is taking this in stride. Yeah, I think I see a floating telepathic corpse in front of me. The darndest thing. He pushed me over. Okay, he's not going to attack me, I guess. He just doesn't want me to walk through there. Alright, I mean, he's pretty friendly as far as survival horror monsters go.
Orange tag required.
Oh.
Okay, so tags open doors.
Now, this room seems nice.
Voice password required.
Hmm.
A low-tech vacuum tube. Makes sense.
Alright, so...
Tech, the easier to repair if it goes wrong.
Alright, so they
Connect to a fair number of vac tubes on the base.
send things around via pneumatic tube.
The base director's girlfriend, perhaps?
She has piccolo ammo. I guess we'll find out what that is at some point. But we've got it.
Nice desk. Shame about the lock.
I mean, we have key med, but I doubt it would work here, but we could always try it. No. Anything else around? We do have this microrecorder. I mean, I don't know, maybe we could play it for the computer?
Antonio Felici.
Computer accessed.
Okay, that did work. Recording by Judith Haraway. All right, let's hear it.
It's Haraway. Listen, Alan. It's too late to evacuate. I don't know if you're receiving this. Communications are breaking up. They opened up that on your orders. It was a Pandora's box. All the eagles of old Mars flew out. But Pandora found a solitary gift in the box. Hope. I doubt there's any hope on cold Mars. There are people clumping together. Time in the rock. You should designate Mars a quarantine planet, but I know you won't. If you send a manned craft, warn the crew. Stay alone. Stay alive.
What?
Haraway's transmission terminated. All off-planet communications inoperative. Password extracted from final transmission. Password Pandora.
Well, I guess she was right that they were not going to quarantine Mars because they sent us. But I guess we see where the stay alone, stay alive, why we know that phrase was in this final message. Unrestricted. Oh, it looks like there's a good deal of information here. On August 6, 1996, proof of ancient Martian life was announced by NASA to the world's media based on the identification of microfossils in a Martian meteorite. Within a few months of the announcement, President Clinton made a public commitment to the search for extraterrestrial life on Mars. 15 million years ago, an asteroid or impact comet blasted an area of the Martian surface into space. One of the rocks from this ejecta commencing on a wayward orbit which ended in Antarctica in 11,000 BC. This meteorite weighed 4.2 pounds, and its materials were formed 4.5 there we go, billion years ago on Mars, when rocks were first condensing on Earth. It was discovered in 1984 and labeled rock ALH84001. From the beginning, NASA's claim was a source of contention in scientific circles, but dissenting voices were gradually silenced as later investigations proved conclusively that fossil bacteria of alien origin were indeed present in ALH84001. By the way, this game came out in 2000, so this didn't come out before 1996. I don't know why they're choosing 1996 as the year where the government reveals proof of ancient life, because we already passed that by the time this game came out. I should say that the PlayStation 1 version came out in 2001. This originally came out on the PC in 2000. I did try downloading the PC version, but it's, games from that era of Windows don't necessarily work on modern Windows. I'm sure there must be a way to get that working, but that's why we're playing the PlayStation version. Vita 1 base. The core of Vita 1 base in its present form was completed on 17th October 2015, crewed by 6 men and 4 women. Its mission was summed up in its name, Vita. Vita means life. We all know this. Vita 1 was intended above all as a research base for extant Martian life. From its completion in October 2015 to the present time of August 2018, President Allenby has ordered the resources of his multinational company Earth Control to be placed at the disposal of the Vita project, of which Vita 1 base is the first stepping stone. The second Vita base has just been completed in the Hellas Plain, awaiting its first crew, and others are planned. The Vita project was instituted by President Allenby in 2005 to search for physical evidence of extraterrestrial life. Mars is the first step in this long-term project, geared to the discovery and analysis of living Martian microorganisms. The enormous funds available to Earth Control allowed the pace of space exploration to accelerate, outstripping even the Apollo missions of the 1960s. Mood? The most sophisticated of all info mesh systems is the YX009 series, and of this series, Mood is considered to be the most fully conscious and eccentric. The info mesh user from Mood is Andrew Muir, who was born the stress of frequent meshing with fortitude. Mood may be addressed through the audio walls of Mood Chamber, but is primarily contacted by a Simureal interface chair. I don't know what any of this is saying in this entry. Once the user is seated, he or she will enter a psionic reconstruction of a familiar habitat. Although the user's body will remain seated in Mood's chamber, their consciousness will be entirely absorbed in a simu-real world. I don't know, is there an AI, an eccentric AI that we can talk to in the simu-real world? Earth Control. Earth Control is best summed up by its logo, a picture of Mars cradled in a pair of human hands with the slogan, Earth Cares. Earth Control is the aerospace division of Earthcare Unity, the largest multinational company in human history. Under its president, Bernard Allenby, Earthcare Unity has grown from an agronomic corporation specializing in genetically modified food to a commercial empire spanning numerous spheres of interest, including agriculture, information technology, arms manufacture, bioengineering, and space exploration. One of the main aims of Earth Control is the human colonization of Mars, with a view to terraforming the planet by the end of the 21st century. If successful, this will be followed by the terraforming of Venus. Well, it sounds like things maybe not be going so well. What about Allenby? By 2005, Allenby was in a position to fulfill his lifelong ambition, the quest for life in space. With greater financial resources than the chronically underfunded NASA, he effectively took over the management of space exploration under the aegis of Earth Control. As Allenby himself said at the time, "From Sputnik to Neil Armstrong walking on the moon, it took little more than a decade. Now it's 36 years since the first manned lunar landing, and we still haven't managed to send a human to Mars. Just what the hell's wrong with us?" So I guess he becomes president so he can use his billions to fund the space program. Infomesh is a generic name applied to neural computer networks extrapolated from the personalities of living people. These neural networks interact directly with the user's mind within a shared mental world known as a simu-reality. All infomesh systems possess consciousness, but the nature and degree of this consciousness is a matter of pure speculation. With these advanced systems, telepathy has finally become a scientific reality. Only skilled infomesh practitioners, known as meshers, are communicate on a telepathic level with these sophisticated networks. There is some evidence that accomplished meshers have a psychic ability, but this is a matter of debate. What is certain is that any normal person is likely to suffer severe mental trauma if they engage in meshing. The most intelligent of all infomesh systems is the YX009 series, and of this series, Mood is considered to be the most fully conscious and eccentric. The Vita-based infomesh user for Mood is Andrew Muir, who was born to stress of frequent meshing with... This sounds like a terrible system. Why do they make this system? This sounds bad. Let's talk about Martian subsurface life. Up to about 3 billion years ago, Mars was warm and lush. Vast rivers rushed down such valleys as the valleys Marian. The climate changed when the planet's orbit altered, causing the seas to evaporate and the temperature to fall. Martian life retreated underground, drawing energy from hot springs and thermal areas. Under the surface of Mars, there was a layer of permafrost 10 meters deep. Back in the 20th century, it was postulated that if life still existed on Mars, that it was likely to be found at a depth of 50 meters or more. It had already been noted that the red planet possesses the 6 elements essential to life: hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. Mars Surveyor 2005 proved that microorganisms once thrived on Mars, but living bacteria were not discovered until the establishment of Vita-Base 1. Living Martian bacteria, like their ancestors, fell into the 3 main types of terrestrial microbes: Bacillus, rod; Coccus, ovoid; and Spirillum, spiral. These are found mostly 60 meters or more underground, apart from the thermal spring locations where living bacteria have been unearthed less than a meter under the surface. A curious feature of the 3 types of Martian microorganisms is that they have been observed to bond into tripartite structures of rod, ovoid, spiral. Chronology of Martian exploration. July 1965, Mariner 4 and Mariner 6 achieved first successful flyby of Mars. November 1971, Mariner 9 entered Martian orbit. March 1974, Mars 6 orbiter lander sent back some data before contact lost during landing sequence. June and August 1976, Viking 1 and Viking 2 orbiter landers achieved Martian orbit. In the following months, the landers analyzed soil samples. Analysis showed no proof of Martian life. 1984, Martian meteorite labeled ALH84001 discovered in Antarctica. August 1996, public announcement of microfossil forms in ALH84001. November 1996, Mars Global Surveyor launched on search for water on Martian surface and subsurface. December 1996, Pathfinder mission overtook the Global Surveyor and landed on July 4th, 1997, releasing a 6-wheeled mini-rover to study rocks and soil. July 1998, Planet B, a Japanese probe, launched to study the Martian atmosphere. December 1998, first stage of NASA's Mars Surveyor 98 mission launched into Martian orbit to study climate. January 1999, lander stage of Mars Surveyor 98 launched to probe polar samples of ice and carbon dioxide. July 2005, Mars Surveyor 2005 launched to acquire Martian soil samples and returned them to Earth under strict quarantine conditions. Results verified the existence of Martian microfossils. August 2009, first manned landing on Mars in Zeus 1 near the Olympus Mons extremity of the Valles. This was the first space mission financed by Allenby, president of Earth Control, who gave his own affectionate nickname of Zeus to the program. The astronauts took soil and rock samples and left the rudiments of a base building kit on the surface. September 2010, NASA microbiologists discovered clear evidence of fossilized bacteria in the Zeus 1 samples, spurring America to join with Japan and Europe in a concerted investigation of the Martian subsurface from a permanent base. Earth Control replaced NASA as regulator of the space program. December 2011, Zeus 2 landed on Mars and began the piecemeal construction of a Martian core sampling base. 7 construction missions followed in quick successions over the next 10 months. August 2015, Martian base named Vita 1 completed, with initial crew of 10 to be replaced in 6-month shifts. Air supplied partly by filtration, up to 50% of food supplied by a primitive arboretum. June to November 2016, Vita 1 extended and crew increased to 30 members. Construction of Vita 2 commenced on the Hellas Plain. July to September 2017, further extension of Vita 1. Crew increased to 44 members. August 2018, base crew reached a maximum level of 58 members, headed by Base Director Felici, Chief Supervisor Oba, and Project Director Haraway. Further extension of base underway. Preparations in hand to transfer 20 crew members to Vita 2 on the Hellas Plain. Okay, that's our little summary of the history of this mission. What about Mars itself, though? Fourth planet from the Sun at a mean distance of 227.9 million kilometers, diameter 6,794 kilometers, Martian day 24 hours, 37 minutes, 22.6 seconds, Martian year 687 days, mass 0.107 that of Earth, volume 0.15 that of Earth, surface gravity 0.38 that of Earth, atmosphere 95% carbon dioxide with most of the remaining 5% composed of nitrogen and argon. Mean surface day temperature, negative 23 C. Polar ice caps contain water, ice, and carbon dioxide ice. Water present in extensive underground aquifers. Satellites, Phobos on inner orbit, Deimos on outer orbit. Both are small irregular ellipsoids, but we're not going there. They're doing those teleportation experiments there. We're just going to hang out on the main planet. Those are the unrestricted files. But now what about the good stuff? What about the restricted files? Oh, we need a password to talk about that. Probably for all of them? Yeah, and these are the names of our characters. So they know something about us. But what do they know? Oh, well, we saw this first one. What's the second one? Let's see. ChemLab, VacTube, Martian Rock. Biolab, VacTube, White Tag, Microcorder, Myelin. Okay, I guess these are items that can be found in the VacTubes. Well, there's where the green tag is. It's in Park Lane in the storage hatch. Many lenses in the Kremlin. There's a weapon called the Diabolus. That sounds pretty nasty. And we do have some Piccolo ammo ourselves. A bicycle pump. Surely that will be very necessary. There's an artifact in storage box on Arena Site 2. Just, a generic artifact. Oh, this is the med bay. I was about to say, is this someone's personal quarters? Syringe, because they should probably get checked out. No, this is the med bay. That would make more sense for there to be so many syringes. What about the door controls? Yes? Okay, we unlocked his door.
You're out of the box now, Karn, but Decontam 3 door won't respond. We'll have to find a way to unlock Decontam 3.
Uh-oh. Well, maybe I should just, nope. Just, pressing the buttons in the D-pad. Okay, there we go. Maybe I should just open that door. Okay. They're doing fine. Is there anything on there that indicates what my health might be? Because you had like a time at the top. Not really noticing anything that looks like health. Oh, actually, there is like a bar below the time. It's like there's like a little notch taken out of it. That's probably the health. Alright, well... let's try the character that we haven't tried yet. She is still in her airlock. Let's give her a try, see what she can do. Alright, we learned so much information about Mars.
Never mind appearances. It's what's inside that counts.
Yes, I mean, the style of these spacesuits are just dreadful, but who cares about that?
EVA suit without air in the tanks. Useless.
Nothing in the helmet. Let's have a look at her items.
Watch and physiological and psychological monitoring instrument. Standard Earth control issue. After months in space, that's the last one I've got.
She needs that nicotine. Contact lens.
One contact lens, lost the other in the crash. I'd be better off without it.
Oh, that's no good. Doesn't have her contacts in.
I'm too retro for my own good.
In the year 2019, no one wears lipstick anymore.
A few friends back in London.
I assume part of the dev team?
Radio link with Khan and Kenzo.
Alright, anything else in the room? Alright, we got a pick. Oh, here's a piccolo. And ammo. Okay, so she actually does get a gun. Right away.
Piccolo gun. What Khan would call a lady's weapon.
It's strictly for the ladies.
Teeny tiny bullets.
I got 96 of them, of these teenies. Alright, so I've equipped the piccolo. I can, aim the piccolo. That's weird. I hold down the RB, and, like, she doesn't hold it out in front of her. She just keeps, like, moving it up and down. Okay, that's reload. Oh, okay. It's a toggle. I press it, and now she holds it up. And press it again for her to bring it down.
Walking out on the Martian surface without air in my tanks would be a quick way to commit suicide.
Alright, well, I guess let's head on out. So, I don't know if I can actually run into the other two, but if I can, I guess I'm not supposed to, because they're supposed to stay alone and stay alive.
Oh, I feel like a bug being sprayed by insecticide.
Decontamination sequence completed.
Uh-oh.
Malfunction. Computer override required.
Okay, well, she has a gun, but she's stuck in here.
What's wrong with this bloody door? Could someone get me out of here?
The decontam doors should have a general bypass on the computer. I'll try and get you out.
Well, I wonder if I go back into that room and go to the computer, will that other door be available to unlock? Because there's still a monster in there. And I have Piccolo ammo, but no Piccolo. Well, let's see. Alright, never mind me. Just go about whatever it was you were doing. I just need to check my email. That's for password required. Okay, so I need a password to open that one. Oh, this last one we have not looked at. Martian Mayhem?
Video game in the solar system.
Wow. I'm trying to think of like a witty joke. Like, what would the joke be? Like the first thing that came to mind was, is EA still making games in the future? It would have been something like that. I'm too late with it now, though. It's just too late. All right, save game, play game. 12 saves free. Okay. All right, this is how we save. And I think we saved. It said 12 left. Do we have limited saves over the course of the game? I won't try to save again then. But let's try to play this and see what it is. And also, an awful catastrophe has occurred at tea time.
Get your fun together, Gloria Feist. The outer monster of the inner ring is on its way across the Martian surface to kick our butts, but good. Maybe you better stay out of the way. You being a woman and all. When the outer monster gets here, we're gonna be in deep shoe polish.
Listen, Rock Harding, as a 19-year-old modern independent woman who is top-notch government scientist and karate expert, I strongly object to your gender stereotyping, which has no place in the second decade of the 21st century. Just let me blast at that outer monster galoot with my ultra mega death bazooka, and I'll show it what an LA woman is made of.
Heck, Gloria, you're right. Men and women are equal. I kind of never thought of it like that before. How about we take turns shooting at the outer monster, signaling the alternation of gunfire by pressing the button with the thumb icon on it that we have on all our guns.
Okay, Rock, I'm ready for mayhem. Here comes the monster right now, and I'm gonna lick its arse. What, me?
Did something go wrong with the subtitles there? Well, as you can see, that game was not political at all, so I probably should revise my joke to say, are Ubisoft still making games in the future? Because I did not see any political messages there. I think I saved my game. Alright, so can't unlock her door without the password. But I did unlock his door. So let's go out with him and see if he can do anything else. Alright, let me remind myself what we have. He doesn't really have anything. This is a bulkhead door, so I don't think he'll be able to open it.
The bulkhead's sealed. Automatic security procedure during biohazard alert.
Oh, no. Wanted to just examine.
Bolt block 779 locking mechanism. Looks like the lock's been deliberately jammed from the inside.
Alright, not doing anything with that. If I rub myself on anything else, will that icon appear?
Martin Kahn here. Can anyone hear me? There's something waiting for us in this base. I can feel it. Something in the scent of the air, and a special kind of silence.
I like how poetic he's getting about the whole thing. The other character was just like, you know, everyone's dead. I think there's a telepathic monster over there. But no, this guy is is waxing poetic about the situation. He doesn't want to examine that.
What the hell stopped my watch? 48, 64? 64 minutes past 48 o'clock? Gotta be kidding.
4864, you say? Well, I don't know why that would be on his watch, but we could always give it a try. Alright, so there was door controls. We could try it there. 40... Oh, letters 2. 4864. No, that did not work. There were the restricted files. Okay, that one unlocked Martin's file. Age 31, height 6'2", nationality American, profession security operations officer. Ex-military. Martin Karn is a disciplined individual. He possesses a highly inventive mind and a flexible response to demanding situations. When he's faced with a problem, he's like a dog at a bone. He just won't let go. He's a natural leader, even when others don't want to be led, though much of his gung-ho style is definitely tongue-in-cheek. His personal courage is remarkable. On the darker side, he tends to hide an unhappy, guilty personality under a thick veneer of cynicism and indifference. No big deal. I don't know if this would work for everyone, or if it's just him. Whoop. No. So probably not her either. By the way, she just decided to take a lie down? Decided to take a little nap? Oh, no, okay, here she goes, here she goes. She will get up. I wonder if you missed that number, would he ever say it again?
Green tag required.
Yeah, we do not have the green tag. Oh, can we search this? We will not.
This guy's got 3 bullets in him. What happened here? Group hysteria? By the decomposition of the bodies, they probably died around the time of the last transmission to Earth. Weird thing is, they're like human freezers. I can feel the cold coming right out of them.
Okay, that's why he doesn't want to touch them. They're so cold. Freeze your fingies.
Storage hatch. Oh, damn, it's passcoded.
I doubt this would work.
Weird how a passcode got into my watch.
Okay, no, that was it.
Heard strange stories about the main computer in this base.
Yeah, I read about the main computer. Apparently, it's very eccentric. Also, unless we're psychic, we could be severely traumatized by trying to interact with it.
Purple tag required.
Ah.
Vac tube. We can swap items down the tube. Some people get a kick out of that kind of thing.
Yeah, some people just like to do it for fun, I guess. Okay, so I guess we can... I guess our characters can switch items between each other, if we so choose. That one does not work. Oh, okay. Now we can get items from this. Oh, there's the green tag. And we did go by a green tag door earlier. Yeah, this is it.
Aha! I like it when a door opens.
We all do. Hmm?
Neo-retro decor. A mishmash of styles from all over the place. The entire base was decorated in clashing designs supposed to supply visual variety for the base members. Doesn't do anything for me.
He is very not impressed by the decor of this station. Biosensor. And a pop gun. I guess we should take a look at these.
Biosensor. Low on energy.
And the pop gun?
A pop gun that fires one of those rubber sucker things.
No, we don't have any of the rubber sucker things.
Running around with a pop gun.
Well, maybe there's a use for it. We don't know. But we are carrying it. Like, I guess we... Yeah, I can aim it.
There's a way of opening this game's chest. Just need to turn my hand to the right thing.
Is there a puzzle?
When it comes to picking locks, I was taught by company experts.
All right. Can we pick the lock then? Or do I need a lock pick? It doesn't sound like any of these things are going to do the job. He has... Oh, not that. He has a green tag. Okay, I guess the tags are consumable. Yep. Sir. Sir, please. Sir. It's inappropriate, sir. Dark.
Ball. One of them Brit games. Never played it.
Does he not see me? When I'm looking at something? That might be the case. Are you gonna follow me out here? Maybe not. Okay, no, he did not. That's not what I want. I wanted to look at the health. Yeah, quite low on health. Quite low. We do have this health boost. There we go. All right. I assume that her door is still not open.
Door
Yeah,
malfunction.
still's not open.
Computer override required.
Watch and physiological and psychological monitoring instrument.
Does not
Control issue.
does not appear that she has a password on her watch, unfortunately. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Don't suppose you have anything on yours?
Retro digital watch and health monitoring device. Standard Earth control issue.
Well, the numbers have stopped, haven't they? Like, they're not counting or anything. I guess I could try them. Oh. Well, it's a bit of a problem. I guess while you're down, I could go over here and do the thing. Hold on. We could try 3172. Whoops. Okay, there we go. 25, 511, Japanese, Infomesh and General Computer Systems Analyst and Designer. Okay, so if he's an Infomesh designer, maybe that means he could interact with mood. Psychological profile. In some ways, typical of the latest breed of techno hippies, Kenzo was a remote, introspective personality with an offbeat style. He is solitary by nature, but when occasion demands, will force himself to be moderately sociable. Like all infomeshers, he's liable to become dissociated from reality. Yeah, this infomesh system doesn't seem like it's so great. His intellect is formidable, characterized by lateral thinking and flashes of pure genius. Kenzo's psychic talents are second to none. His failing is that he may become too self-absorbed, especially following periods of infomeshing. Isn't that the way with all of us? Just, you can't get me to socialize at all after I spent a good day infomeshing. Let's see. And 2915. Diane Matlock, 26, 5'10", British microbiologist. Diane Matlock is a cultured, well-balanced personality with a somewhat expressive nature. Her intellect is keen and her moral and physical courage considerable. When placed in severe stress and life-threatening situations, she tends to resort to a jokey, casual attitude, always masking any fear. She has a healthy disregard for the more pompous forms of authority and an ability to function in severe conditions. A die-hard Democrat, she dislikes any reference to her aristocratic birth, for which she compensates by criticizing all types of inherited privilege. She has had several lovers, none serious, and treats life as an adventure to be savored. Let's see. If hers is 2915, would that work on her door as well? No. Well, we could always try his, which is 3172. No, still locked. It is still locked. Well, looks like that we have reached an hour of Martian Gothic, so I will save my game. 12 saves. Okay, no, I guess it just means 12 save slots, not that I can only save 12 times. Oh, no Martian Gothic save data present. I wonder if I need to have a formatted memory card, virtual memory card, which maybe I don't have that. Well, that's fine. We barely made any progress, so it doesn't really matter one way or another. But we have read a lot of information. We've learned a lot of lore and backstory to Martian Gothic Unification about what this Mars base is about, why we're here, and, well, one of us has still not got out of the room. And we have discovered that zombies are a thing, and they do want to bite us, But there's also that one floating telepathic zombie who just kind of pushes us. Just kind of pushes us out of the way. Not sure what that's about, but we just can't get past him. And we're learning about things like the tube system with which we could move items around and such. But our characters shouldn't meet because they need to stay alone and stay alive. Well, that's been our hour. And I think I'll probably give this one a meg. I'm not really sure what I think about it. It's very clunky to play, but it is interesting. It is I'm interested in seeing where this one goes, and what the secrets to its mysteries might be. But we might come back to this. We might need to return to Martian Gothic to unlock the mysteries of Mars. But that has been our hour with Martian Gothic Unification for the PlayStation.